We have looked at plural and singular nouns. Today we're going to be looking at the irregular forms of plural nouns. Under the Learn. Some nouns have irregular plurals. There are special rules for forming these plurals. For some nouns ending in F or FE, change the F to V and add ES. For other nouns ending in F or FE, add S. So here's some examples. For leaf, it's leaves. Life is lives. But for roof, it still is roofs. Next, for nouns ending in a vowel and O, add S. Like video ends with an O, add an S. Radio ends with an O, add an S. And studio ends with an O, add just an S. Next, for nouns ending in a consonant and O, add S. So to some nouns and ES to other nouns. So sometimes you have to just understand and maybe even look at this chart. Once again, it would be a good idea to screenshot this chart so that way you can use it in your referencing for your writing or within your homework. So for this one, for piano, you're just adding S. Hero, you actually need to have an ES. And tomato, ES. Some nouns have a special form that does not end in S. So for singular, it's foot, and then you have feet, woman, women, tooth, teeth, child, children, and goose, geese. Some nouns stay the same in the singular and plural forms. So in this one, deer is still deer, sheep is still sheep, and moose is still moose. All right. Let's now look down into the practice part. All right, it says, write the plural form of each noun. You may use a dictionary to check the plural forms. So once again, you can use a dictionary. Sometimes you do have to look it up or memorize some of these so that way you can remember how to actually write them. So for rodeo, it is rodeos. So it's going to be R-O-D-E-O-S. Oops. R-O-D-E-O-S. All right. Next one. To have multiple, you have a loaf. And then to have multiple, you're going to have loaves. You're going to change that F to a V. L-O-A-V-E-S for loaves. Next is knife, in which you are going to have that F. The F-E is going to turn to a V, so K-N-I-V-E-S. Next, mouse is changing that complete spelling. You're going to change mouse to mice, M-I-C-E. And then in scarf, you have F, once again, as your ending, and you are going to be changing that F to a V, S-C-A-R-V-E-S for scarves. I would like for you to try potato, cuff, man, foot, and moose into the plural verb. We will go over the answers when it's due the next day in class. All right, we are going to now move this to the side and continue looking at our practice for B. Section B. All right. In section B, it says, in each item, one of the nouns in boldface should be plural. Circle the noun that should be plural and write it correctly. You may use a dictionary to check the plural forms. So once again, they say this because there's not one perfect rule that will follow these plurals. But this is very similar to the last night you had for grammar, in which one is correct and one plural needs to be changed. So for number one, why was I late for school today? Next, 2 tornado blew me away. Obviously, just reading it, you should realize that tornado should be 2 tornadoes. And so on the blank, you should type or write tornadoes. T-O-R-N-A-D-O-E-S. okay? Because once again, you have an O. These are one of the words where you have the ES at the end. Next, number 2. The first one touched down near the zoo. You should have seen those kangaroo. That does rhyme, but unfortunately one needs to be plural, and the kangaroo is the one that needs to be plural. You need to have kangaroos. So on the line you can write or type kangaroos, and this does end with an O, but you only add one S, no ES on this one. So CANGAROO, and then an S at the end. All right, boys and girls, this should be simple. Make sure that you look it up if you need to, and then we'll go over the answers next time in class.